Hello, this is Amy Wu in Miss Fleming's Pre-Cal 12 class, and I will be demonstrating how to solve this problem for that bonus mark on my test tomorrow. We need to first figure out how to factor it. So as you can see, this and this can both be turned into the form of sec. For the tan, you can do this plus 1, and that will equal to sec squared theta according to a formula. If we add 1 here, we also have to add 1 on the other side. So we will have 2 plus 1. And for cos, you can turn this into minus 3 over sec theta. This will equal to 3. And let's copy this here. And we have a fraction right here, so I think it's best to get rid of this fraction. So what we could do is multiply both sides by sec theta to get rid of this denominator. Okay, now after we got rid of this denominator, I think we should move this value to the left side so that everything will equal to 0 and we will be able to factor it. I think it's better to arrange it from the highest power to the lowest power. Okay, so according to a previous unit, I learned how to factor a polynomial that is above a cube. As you can see, the sec will look kind of confusing, so I will substitute this into x value. I'll write it. So it'll be x3 plus x squared minus 3, x minus 3 equal to 0. Okay, so as you can see right here, I basically plugged in a random value, and if the remainder is 0, then x minus that value will be a factor of this polynomial. Okay, so as you can see, this worked, then which means that x plus 1 is a factor. Okay, I won't go that much in detail because this video is mainly to solve this. X plus 1 is a factor, so let's substitute sec inside. So sec theta plus 1 is a factor. What is left will be sec squared theta minus 3. How I found that out is I just guessed and it worked. So yeah, but sometimes you can use more accurate methods, but then if you want to figure out it faster, I would just assume and double check. Look at it more in detail, so look at this and this separately. Sec theta plus 1 equals 0, and sec squared theta minus 3 equal to 0. This one, sec equals negative 1. So I feel like sec might be kind of confusing for some people, so I would turn this into cos. So cos theta equal to negative 1. And it's actually negative 1 over 1, but it's the same thing. It's just negative 1. This one, it will be cos squared theta equal to negative 1 over 3. But then we need to get rid of this square right here. So what we can do is we square root both sides, and cos theta will equal 1 over square root of 3. And make sure that this is all quadrant because we square rooted this. So now let's figure out the specific value for the first one. Theta will equal to pi because here's a triangle that does not exist, but it's easy to explain. So cos is obviously adjacent over hypotenuse, right? So adjacent is 1, or actually negative 1. Adjacent is negative 1 over 1. That will be pi, because if this was a quadrant, pi is right here. We got the first answer. For this one, I think it might be easier to use a calculator because this is not one of those special triangles. So theta will equal to the inverse of cos multiplied by 1 over square root 3. And after plugging it in, I found out that theta equals to 0.955. So, okay, so I realized I said something before, so it applies to all quadrants, so it's not just this answer. So theta can also be pi minus 0.955. Theta can also be pi plus 0.955. And theta can also be 2 pi minus 0.955. So these are the answers.